Plastic is everywhere. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, plastic surrounds us. It's in the alarm clock that wakes us up, the toothbrush we use, and the packaging of our breakfast cereal. We use it every day. It's in our phones, our cars, and even our clothes. Plastic has become an integral part of our modern lives, making things more convenient and accessible. Plastic is cheap, durable, and versatile. Its ability to be molded into any shape and its resilience have made it a favorite material for manufacturers worldwide. But it also poses a major threat to our planet. The very qualities that make plastic so useful also make it a persistent pollutant. It doesn't break down easily, leading to massive amounts of waste. What if we had never invented plastic? Imagine a world where this material never existed. How would our daily lives change? How would our world be different? Would we have found other materials to replace it? Or would our technological advancements have been stunted? Imagine a world without plastic bags, where every shopping trip involves reusable cloth bags, bottles, or packaging. Instead of plastic bottles, we might use glass or metal containers. Packaging could be made from paper or other biodegradable materials. Our oceans and landfills wouldn't be overflowing with plastic waste. Marine life would thrive without the threat of plastic pollution. But what would we use instead? Could natural materials like glass, metal, and wood meet all our needs? Would we have found suitable alternatives? Scientists and researchers are constantly exploring new materials that could replace plastic, but the journey is challenging. Let's take a trip back in time and explore a world without plastic. What innovations would have emerged, and how would our environment have benefited from a plastic-free existence? In the early 20th century, plastic was hailed as a miracle material. It was a groundbreaking invention that promised to revolutionize industries and everyday life. The world was on the brink of a new era, one where plastic would play a pivotal role. It offered a cheap and durable alternative to natural materials like ivory and tortoiseshell. These natural materials were becoming scarce and expensive, and plastic provided a solution that was both economical and versatile. It could be molded into any shape, making it ideal for a wide range of applications. Plastic production soared after World War II. The post-war economic boom saw factories churning out plastic products at an unprecedented rate. This era marked the beginning of mass production and widespread use of plastic in households and industries alike. It quickly became an integral part of our lives. From kitchenware to toys, from furniture to fashion, plastic was everywhere. It was celebrated for its convenience and affordability, making modern life easier and more comfortable. But plastic's durability also became its downfall. What was once seen as a miracle material began to reveal its darker side. The very quality that made plastic so useful, its longevity, meant that it did not break down easily. Unlike organic materials, plastic takes hundreds of years to decompose. This means that plastic waste accumulates over time, leading to significant environmental challenges. The problem of plastic waste has grown exponentially, affecting ecosystems and human health. This means that every piece of plastic ever made still exists in some form today. From the earliest plastic products to the latest innovations, none of it has truly disappeared. It has simply broken down into smaller and smaller pieces, persisting in the environment. This plastic waste is choking our planet, polluting our oceans, and harming wildlife. Marine animals mistake plastic for food, leading to fatal consequences. Efforts to clean up this mess are ongoing, but the scale of the problem is daunting. The revolution that began with such promise has now become one of our greatest environmental challenges. Before plastic, people used natural materials for packaging and everyday items. Glass bottles and jars were common for storing food and liquids. Metal tins and containers were used for packaging. People used paper or cardboard boxes for transport. Toys were made from wood, metal, or cloth. These materials were often more expensive and less durable than plastic, but they were biodegradable and didn't pose the same environmental threats. Section 4. Weighing the alternatives, the pros and cons. Each alternative to plastic has its own set of pros and cons. Glass is durable and reusable, but it's heavy and breakable. Metal is strong and recyclable, but it can corrode. Wood is biodegradable, but it can be susceptible to moisture damage. Cloth is a versatile material, but it's not as water-resistant as plastic. Without plastic, we might rely more on these traditional materials, but we would also need to find new and innovative ways to use them. Section 5. Seeking a sustainable future, beyond plastic. The invention of plastic has undoubtedly brought convenience to our lives. From packaging to household items, plastic has revolutionized the way we live, making many aspects of daily life easier and more efficient. But it has come at a high cost to our planet. The widespread use of plastic has led to severe environmental pollution, with plastic waste littering our landscapes and contaminating our oceans. The environmental impact of plastic is undeniable. Marine animals often mistake plastic debris for food, leading to injury and death. Landfills are overflowing with plastic waste that takes centuries to decompose. We need to find sustainable alternatives to reduce our reliance on this pervasive material. Researchers around the world are working tirelessly to develop materials that can replace traditional plastics. Thankfully, scientists are developing new eco-friendly materials. These innovations include bio-based plastics made from renewable resources like plants, which offer a more sustainable option. Bioplastics made from plant-based materials offer a promising solution. They are designed to break down more easily in the environment, reducing the long-term impact on our planet. These materials are biodegradable and compostable, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. By using renewable crops, we can create a more sustainable cycle of production and disposal. The future depends on our ability to innovate and embrace sustainable practices. Companies are now focusing on designing products that are not only functional, but also environmentally friendly. We need to find a balance between convenience and responsibility. By choosing reusable items and supporting community cleanup efforts, we can all contribute to a more sustainable future.